Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Coming to the market yesterday, the market was kind of stabilizing exactly as we had discussed yesterday. So now the global markets are kind of getting stabilized, and same thing was seen in Indian market as well. So if you look at Indian market, initially there was a selling, but then from there was a good recovery, and then it was a continuous uptrend, and finally we could see the market closing above 17,100. So that was something really good, I would say. But then, of course, a good amount of resistance is seen. Yesterday was also the Fin Nifty expiry. So there was that huge short covering seen in Fin Nifty side, and we could see majorly the banks kind of getting strong yesterday. But then, is this going to sustain for the day? That's a big question. But one thing is for sure, I'll tell you, the market is kind of ready to make a big move. Now, that could be either the upside or the downside, but more chances that the market could move, make a good move upside. But then it is just waiting for the trigger, and the trigger could come this evening. Yes, so this evening we have the Federal Reserve monetary policy meeting concluding in the US, and they would be coming out with all the monetary policy details, and that can probably be the trigger to take the market higher or lower from here. So right now the market is kind of steady, stabilized, and it's who will take control, the bear or the bull. So that is the big question right now. So all those probably can see a decision tomorrow, but like I've told you earlier, tomorrow is again the weekly expiry, and tomorrow cannot give us a proper direction, and then Friday again is the weekend closing. So again we will not get a direction. So market would probably take a shape only by next week. Yes, so I am kind of refraining from any trading activities for now until the March end is over. So probably let us look forward to a new trade only by April. By then the market would have got a direction is what I feel. And next important thing, in April the result season also starts, and then that could together give some positivity to the market. So that is something that I am looking forward to. So apart from that, if you look at what happened yesterday, one good thing was Reliance, which has been on a continuous downtrend, has finally seen a short covering. That means probably we could see Reliance kind of stabilizing from here, and there could be even a movement, upwards movement. In fact, a lot of brokers have come out and given buy signal to Reliance, and a lot of them are expecting almost 30% upside in Reliance from today. So that is something, again, a good sign for Reliance, I would say. Apart from that, now as the banking sector is kind of getting settled, I would say yesterday UBS was up by almost 8 to 10%. So UBS is also kind of getting settled. The US markets are also getting settled. After Indian markets closed, US market also closed in the green yesterday. And Nasdaq was up more than 1.5%. Dow was up almost by 1%. So overall, it was looking good. And the VIX in US also fell a big deal. So one important thing is here. Now, when the VIX is fallen just before the event, that is today, that means probably a lot of people feel that the Federal Reserve monetary policy event could more of be a non-event, because they may not rise by a big number, and people are feeling that Federal Reserve may stick to 0.25% or even lower. Lower means zero. So if it is at all zero, then there are chances the market could take it really positive, and we could see the market rallying. But if it is 0.25, then the focus would be on what comments the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is going to give. If it is dovish, market can cheer. If it is hawkish, market will continue to fall. So that's why I said the market is looking like it is looking for a trigger. Now, important thing you need to understand is this has nothing to do with India as such. Indian economy is doing better. In fact, yesterday there was an RBI bulletin that came which said that India has recovered faster than expected from the corona, and we are actually looking good, and they are looking at a lower inflation in FY24. So that means Indian conditions are looking much better. But then, of course, India being a developing country, we do have a lot of effect from the US market and the European market, and that's exactly why we are seeing all these headwinds right now. So as soon as the global markets are recovering, we would see some recovery. But then, would this be a rally and moving bull run upwards? Definitely not the time for that. So markets can at least continue sideways for some time, and maybe up and down movement may continue to be there until we have a certain amount of confirmation in the form of the interest rate hikes. Yes, what should happen? This interest rate hike should stop by the central governments across the globe, and there should be a definitive date or by when this interest rates are going to be starting to reduce. As soon as that comes, that is when the next leg of bull rally can start. So nobody knows when that could happen, but then, like I'm always telling you, this is the time you should invest in SIP mode so that you take a benefit of that bull run. So that is something which is looking for good for now. So this is what we can expect right now. Indian IT sector has fallen continuously. Infosys has fallen really big. In fact, I am planning to add some more Infosys today to average my holding price, and I just want to add more because I am kind of confident that it will go up. So let me remind you, this is not a investment advice. I am not a SEBI registered analyst, but this is what I'm sharing from my side, my personal view on what I am going to do. So similarly, if you look at all the IT sectors are looking good. Even ITBs, for people who want to be safe, probably ITBs is looking like a good option because that also has corrected significantly. So buying ITBs also can give you a good bull run is what I feel. So again, not a recommendation. So that is one important thing that I wanted to cover for now. Banks are, in fact, I have been looking at Axis Bank, SBI, and these are some of my favorites. HDFC Bank also is probably in getting to a breakout zone, might go to a breakout zone soon. So these are things that are in my radar right now. So apart from that, if you look at the market right now, now 17,000 looks like a good support because yesterday also this market has stayed after a gap up. It did stay in the same levels. So 17,000 can be seen as a good support. However, my analysis for this week expiry remains similar, that is 16,800 to 17,300. So this is the range that we are expecting for now. So there might be volatility in between, there might be movements in between, but then finally it might expire within this range is what I feel. So however, that doesn't make a difference now. It's not significant because we are not holding any trade right now, and I'm not planning to take up any trade as well until April. Probably I'm going on a vacation, on a break from trading. So that's something that will allow me to focus some more on my other business and come back with more power in April. So that's it for now. One important thing, if you look at yesterday also the FIIs were net sellers to a tune of almost 1,450 crores, and the DIIs have bought for almost 1,900 crores. And one really good thing that I would appreciate at this point of time in India is the amount of SIPs coming into the equity mutual fund is continuing to be stable in spite of the market weakness. So that is something really good because that means the investors are getting educated and they are not pulling out money from the equity market at the wrong time. So that is something really beautiful. I would say as long as the support remains, Indian markets are going to remain more stable and will only continue to go up. But it will of course take a longer time. But right now this looks exactly like a bear phase where markets are volatile and moving on its own terms. So that's it for now. Looking forward to catch up with more details tomorrow morning. Wishing you all the best if you're trading. And yes, for investors, we are planning something new. So I'll be announcing that soon. We are planning something new, bulletin specifically for the investors. So that would be launched soon. More details on that will be coming up soon. Apart from that, today is Gudi Padwa or Ugadi, whatever you call it. So wish you all a very happy Ugadi or Gudi Padwa. Enjoy with your family, enjoy your holiday, but stock market is still working. So goodbye, have a great day. See you tomorrow with more details on the market.